Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is Fun Friday. As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, aka Teardrop. It's so good to be back. It is time to get things going, so let's just stop with the bullshit.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
All right, I'm glad you guys are here. And anyways, let's go ahead and get started now. I don't expect there probably to be a lot of viewers here tonight. I know it's Friday night, so people are out doing their thing. But we're going to go ahead and continue forward anyway because it is time to get things going. So, as you guys know, let me go ahead and get some things set up here. All right, so moving forward, what we have here, let me see if I can move this a little bit without being a problem. Yeah, it should be. All right, so with this last week, we had a pretty good week as we brought back the Hiker Spotlight. I'm really excited about it. Did have some trolls, so it is what it is. But in general, we gave you 4 videos this past week. With those 4 videos, we gave you the Hiker Spotlights for Mammoth, Loner, Craig Johnston, and of course, Cavey. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, we did have a troll problem this week, but I've cleared it up. I've taken care of it. It's not a problem. Someone keeps creating sock accounts and just... How do I know? Because I literally got 8 thumbs downs in a matter of 3 minutes. So that shit was irritating the fuck out of me. But it is what it is. I've fixed it. It is what it is. And it doesn't really irritate me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the truth of this is that in terms of YouTube analytics, a thumbs down counts the same as a thumbs up. It's called viewer engagement. So for the analytics, it's actually not bad. Doesn't hurt me at all. Now I think about it. All right, so kind of looking into the channel, what we have over this past week is we gained 11 new subscribers, so I want to welcome all 11 of you that may be new here, that are new here to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Average view duration is way up this week. Watch time is a little down and views are a little down, but as I said, we're still coming off that whole Damascus controversy, so I kind of expected it. No doubt about it. The likes are down, dislikes are up. But that's because the troll went into full force. Comments are a little bit down. But overall, I gave you pretty much the same amount of videos. It was difficult to push them 4 hiker spotlights out, quite honestly, in time to really do anything. So it was definitely a difficult push. So going into this, we're going to go ahead and get right into the comments. We're going to start off with last week's reading comments and channel stuff. Last week's Fun Friday. Papa MGTOW is going to get the comments started here. As he responded to one of the videos, he says, the gear donation is genius. Also, you can find cheap gear at thrift stores and online Goodwill. Pretty cheap. And I like his idea. Papa MGTOW, who's one of my patrons. First and foremost, let me go ahead and give a big shout out to all my patrons. Papa MGTOW, Chris Cantu, I can go on, Bob, not Sir Pax-a-Lot. I've got 4 patrons and a bunch of people who have contributed via PayPal. So I want to thank all of you so much. With me this is exactly what I needed to no longer care about the YouTube algorithm, I needed to no longer put my success based on subscribers or views because shit, I'm controversial. You never know when channels will go down. So with all that being said. And also, another thing I want to tell everybody, I'm going to be creating something on what's called vid.me. It is going to be a place where I'll be storing all my videos. My website is almost done, so it'll be officially up next week, where you can find all my shit on all my channels. So I'll be glad to see that up, so I don't have to necessarily rely on YouTube as much. So anyway, but Papa MGTOW, definitely a good, wonderful suggestion. Then we're going to go on down and make sure this is all handled right. All right, Scoutmaster on the AT 2018 says, glad to see you're back this year. Keep the videos coming as they provide good info and are always entertaining. Thank you so much, Scoutmaster. I appreciate that a lot. Definitely means a lot to me. So I'm glad you did this. Now, Joseph DeCrew commented on my last week's videos, who unfortunately, I've had to block Joseph DeCrew. Joseph DeCrew has proven himself to be kind of a Just listen, we all knew he was a troll. If you clicked on his page, you'll see he's got a little troll as his banner. I'm not talking about his avatar right there. I'm talking about his banner in general. And so Joseph, he just continuously kept going. Every comment out of his mouth was negative. And I pretty much handled that, and I was okay with it. But I have a feeling he's the one creating sock accounts. So Joseph had to go. He just doesn't know how to keep his fucking mouth shut. He just has to keep going. So with all that being said, we don't need him here, so he's gone. But he did say, like 99% of your subscribers and YouTube in general, I prefer to be anonymous because I don't want to deal with the backlash from idiots that could affect my personal life or job that I love. Joseph, it's because you're a pussy, sir. I just want you to understand this. That is why people do their interneting anonymously. It's because they're a pussy. Anyone that stood behind anything that you had to say would have no problem attaching their name and face to it. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to face the backlash of your comments. That's actually the true definition of a keyboard warrior, of a pussy. So Joseph, I just want you to know, if you're watching right now, that you're a bitch. You're a pussy, and that's just the bottom line. And that's why you're anonymous, but yet you still talk like you're tough. You still type like you're tough. Goddamn hiker, always talking shit about hiking. Ain't got a goddamn single hiking video on his page, and he just talks and talks and talks. Joseph, your time here is done. It is what it is. But then he continues to say, it's difficult to take anyone seriously on the internet, whether they have a photo or not. Yes, because of people like you. Don't you realize that it's the trolls, it's the faceless anonymous trolls that make it hard to take anyone seriously on the internet? You're a fucking idiot. This is 2017. Everybody runs their fucking businesses off the internet. The internet is what it is. It's real life, whether you like to admit it or not. I know a lot of you fucking hikers like to say, I don't need technology. I'm going to go off into the woods and jerk my dick for hours. Fuck you. At the end of the day, the internet is real life. It's how a lot of people make their money. It's how a lot of people make their living. That's how a lot of people live their life. It's how they contact their friends. It's how they contact their fucking enemies. It's how they contact everybody. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you do all that contacting behind a mask, you're a bitch. Especially if you're intentionally starting shit. So then he goes on to say, or not, it's all talk, you included, until there's evidence to support it. Motherfucker, you can't find a single thing on any video I've ever made in which I was fraudulent or lied about anything. At all. It's all talk, you included. Motherfucker, what portion of me is all talk? Which part? I'm just saying. Because you yourself, a goddamn troll, coming in anonymously, is talking about other people being all talk. Get the fuck out of here. It's a coward. Coward. And listen, Joseph, if you want to test that theory, motherfucker, you know I'm coming out on the trail next year. Feel free to come see me. Feel free at any point in time. Because I don't know what you look like. You know what I look like. So I won't even see you coming, tough guy. Come test your fucking luck. Fucking all talk. Enough talk and enough action to whoop your motherfucking ass. I can promise you that shit. Alright, Loner 2012 AT says, LOL, love the pause for the dog. Live, baby. That's right. And my dog was barking again, and I almost had to go get him again. Now we move on to Brett Hikes. Digging the live format, dude. He says, digging the live format, dude. Glad to hear you work, man. A lot of folks these days don't. I guess that's for the other channel. Good stuff, JP. Spotlights are my favorite. I appreciate that, Brett. And yeah, yeah. Because we're raised in a gynocentric and liberal society that tells people they don't fucking have to work. Though they should believe in socialism, and they should just feel entitled to things while you and I work. That's what they do. A lot of times I don't talk about my jobs on here. I don't talk about the things I do because I'm not an idiot. I know I have trolls, and if trolls will go out of their way to get my channel shut down, what do you think they would do if they knew where I worked? Seriously, what do you think they'd do? They'd be calling that motherfucker right up. Did you see his video here about whores? He called them land whales. Yes, I did. So now, when you give that shit to my female boss who's a fucking land whale, I'm going to get fired. I ain't no dummy. I ain't no fucking dummy at all. So, but yeah, I appreciate that, Brett. I appreciate that all the way. Hey, Todd, I'm glad you're here. I'm definitely glad you're here. He says, for your eye, I'm not a troll. I haven't done, and I know you're not. I haven't done any hiking. Todd, I believe your name's Todd. So I know you're not a troll. He says, I haven't done any hike vids on my YouTube because I mainly use to upload remodeling videos for my company. Don't let those jabronis get you all worked up. And you know what, Todd? You're right. And see, the thing about it is you don't have to have hiking videos. I got people that's on this channel that watch me that doesn't even like hiking. But they're here because they like my personality. But here's the thing: is no. I can clearly tell the difference between a troll and not. And even if you were fake, even if you weren't being yourself on YouTube, you're also not coming here and causing me anguish. Every comment that you say, Todd, is not a negative comment, or at all. So you know, even if you were anonymous, it wouldn't be a problem because you're not trying to troll and and spark a reaction out of someone. Do you see does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. But no, Todd, I appreciate you being here. Brett, as I was saying, I appreciate your comment, of course. And yeah, a lot of those people don't work. And back to that, Brett, a lot of these people don't work. They'll go home and they'll do enough shit so they can go back on the trail for 6 months, which I'm not knocking. Or they'll no. Unfortunately, I have to put in a lot of hours. I do 8 hours of my job and then 8 to 10 hours on my YouTube because I have several different channels. And then that's not even including home life, man, if that makes sense. So moving on to the next video was the hiker spotlight with Loner. I appreciate that, Todd, and I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I definitely appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch my videos, no doubt about it. All right, so we continue. We're moving on to the next comment, the next section. Jeff Gray, Loner. I mean, the next video, Loner's thing, and you can see I commented here. I said someone literally created 6 counts at once and did all the thumbs down here. They literally did it within the same 3 to 5 minute period of time. It's insane. The amount of effort that trolls will go to try to get under your skin, but they're idiots. They obviously don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, as I've said before. Negative thumbs downs is the exact same as thumbs up when it comes to the algorithm. It all is what's called viewer engagement. But non-YouTubers wouldn't necessarily know that because they don't look at their analytics. Anyway, Loner 2012 commented on this thing. He said, "Hey, TD, this was a lot of fun and appreciate you taking the time to do this. Thumbs downs don't bother me. I got trolls too. But if they're genuine, I do wish they would state what their beef is." Exactly. To be fair, I don't fit everyone's hiking style, and I can understand others not having the same exact opinion, but I have to be myself. And Loner, they weren't thumbs down in you. Trust me. We could have done our interview 1,000% perfect, and they would have still thumbs it down. It's just the people that dislike me. It doesn't matter how much work I put in. It doesn't matter how hard I work at presenting you guys these YouTube videos. They're going to always thumbs down my shit. It just is what it is. But then when I get kicked off YouTube, they're crying and whining and emailing me every day, telling me how much I ain't shit there. But they know they would love to still comment. Fuck, even Joseph knows he'd love to still be able to comment. Anyway, he says, "I love the split screen. I know these videos are a lot of work. Very sorry the audio is not the best on my end, public library." That's fine. "And I made some mistakes. Really looking forward to all the other interviews." Thank you, Loner. And I can't wait till we can talk again. No doubt about it. Larry Vickery, I'm going to make sure we got his comment on the screen. We do. He says, "I stumbled across Jeff when he had already completed his thru hike and became an AT YouTube junkie as a result." Exactly, Larry. I know the feeling. "He stood out among the crowd for a number of reasons. So many others are self-indulgent." That's well, I kind of am. Taking selfies. I guess I kind of am too. "And 2 or more times as long as they should be." I guess that's me too. You just mentioned everything that was me, Larry. If you get to see any scenery, it's over the shoulder of the hiker." No, that's true. Jeff had a unique narrative style. First came the video and then still shots, followed by his excellent narrative of experiences in that video segment. Those narratives paid off later for him and us, his fans, when he sat down to complete that great book. They provided the backbone that he had to flesh out with more details. His book took a long time to read because I went back and watched the stream of his videos while reading the book in chronological sync. Yes, that was an outstanding way to do it. I would love to see both of you on the trail for a few days, man. It would be an honor to hike with Loner any day of the week. That would be fun to witness the chemistry between two personalities, opposite in many ways. Yin meets yang. LOL. Better yet, I would love to see a third wheel. I would love to be a third wheel on that outing. That would be fucking awesome, Larry. Me, Loner, you, shit, man. Joseph, who we're about to read's next comment. So many of you guys, man. I'd love to see you guys out there with us. It'd be amazing. Lamplighter's here. He says, "Hey, Teardrop, great interview with Loner 2012. You pushed his new book, Painted Blazes, real good. To the point that I purchased a copy. Thank you, man. It's an excellent read. Thank you, Lamplighter. I'm glad you enjoyed it." He said, "Oops, fat fingers. I meant book." You know, that's one thing that I was blessed with. Despite my fat face, my fingers, my hands are really. I'm a long guy. I'm just, I'm still fat, but I'm long. You know what I mean? When Loner met me, he was like, "Damn, dude, I never realized you was this big." Because as you can see with the picture we took, I towered over Loner. And I don't think most people can realize how big I am. If you watch the Mammoth interview, you'll see me standing next to everyone else that was part of my trail family. I'm literally, when I'm out there, probably one of the biggest dudes on the trail. Not just in size and girth, but I'm not the tallest by any means, but you add all that to being almost 6'1", it's it's definitely some size. But I got off track. Yeah, my fingers, they're not fat, but they're long. So I understand. Joseph Fuller said, "Great video, Teardrop, and you couldn't have picked anyone better than Loner to start the hiker spotlight." I agree. Also looking forward to your through hike next year. Thank you, Joseph. When you reach Maine, I'll look you up with a case of cold beer. Best of luck, and I'm gonna need it. If I make it to Maine, goddammit, I'm getting shit-faced. I'm gonna refrain from drinking heavily majority of the trail. But if I make it to Maine, dude, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a trip. Early American then comes in and says, I just want to make sure everybody's on here. He said, Lamplighter says, "Oh yeah, thanks for subscribing to my channel. You'll be a tough act to follow." Woo woo. Lamplighter, I've seen you around a lot, and you've always been around, and you've always made comments, and I try to show love back and subscribe to some of my people's channels if they do videos or if they, So what I do is I typically look at the list, and if I see that you've got, it'll show me an alphabetical order list. And if I see that you've got multiple subscribers, even if it's just 10 or 15 or 20, then it tells me that you're making videos. If I just see 0 or 1 or 2, then you probably aren't making videos, so I don't subscribe. But, I'll subscribe to any of you guys if you're making videos. I don't care what kind of videos it is. It don't even have to be hiking. I watch all kinds of YouTube videos, if you can't tell already. I'm very intertwined with the YouTube world. All right. So, Early American says, "That was great. Intro, questions, subject AT, and Loner. Painted Blazes book, loved it." Thank you, Early American. Appreciate your comment. Brett Hike says, "Great video, man. I'm going to pick up his book. Can't wait to see more of these. Your interview skills are good, bro." Thank you so much, Brett. I appreciate that. His outstanding book, man. Go pick up his book, Brett, for sure. Joseph DeCrew, the troll who you'll never see again beyond this week, says, "The audio leaves a lot to be desired. Why not adjust it before uploading it and do Loner some justice?" Listen, dickface, the audio wasn't on my end. You think I'm going to put all the time into editing that video? Do you realize what it looked like before I edited it? You think I'm going to put all that time and then not try to fix the audio? What a dickface. But, yes, the audio sucked. It is what it is. If you didn't enjoy it, don't watch it. All right, moving on. Hike Hunter says, my boy Hike Hunter, Ken Reeves, my boy, big fan of old Hike Hunter. He says, good interview. Loner's a good guy. The book is one of my top 5 about hiking the AT. Waiting for more. Thank you, Hike Hunter. Speaking of that, Hike Hunter is actually on my list for this coming week. We're going to talk to him. We are also going to talk to Odie. We're going to be doing an interview on 420, and anybody that knows Odie knows why that's fitting. And then I'm also going to do an interview with a man by the name of Doug Pittman. He's a trail angel in the South. He lives here in Georgia. He's helped many people. He's helped me. He's helped KV. And I'm talking about separately. I met him through KV. But the guy, when I went back to the Appalachian Trail, it was Doug Pittman that came to my cabin, picked me up, and took me all the way to fucking Hot Springs when I went back for this year, after I dropped off the first time this year. So I got a couple interviews lined up, a couple big ones over the next week or two. You'll see them as they come. All right, No says, nobody's doing what you do, TD. Love the realness. Great interview for us to watch. And I honestly appreciate that someone is noticing that no one does what I do. And see, that's not being cocky, because I'm not saying I do my videos better than other people, but I am saying that I believe that my videos are 1,000,000% original. I don't believe there's another hiker that makes videos the way I make videos at all. You know what I mean? And now you may find YouTubers that make their videos the way I make YouTube videos. But in terms of hikers, and I'm not saying my style is better. I thoroughly enjoy Bigfoot. I thoroughly enjoy all these people out there. But I truly, if you're snoring so much, Tom, get the fuck out of here. You understand that? How you been here? How you been here all this damn time and you don't know what we do on Fridays, Tom Hanley? Well, anyways, as I was saying, like I said, motherfucker, go somewhere else. Anyway, you're right. But anyway, No's right, man. All right, KB's Adventures then says, thumbs up. P.S. You don't read. I know that. He was talking about the book. Yeah, he said, I don't read. That's true. I ought to block your motherfucking ass right now, Tom. I'm not going to, though. Go ahead and stick around for a second. Punk ass little dude. Anyway, so moving on. Updates. Why the fuck are you here? Anyways. So moving on. I can't let that motherfucker get me worked up. All right. On this next one, we're talking about Mammoth's interview, and I want to make an apology to everybody. Like I said this week, is shit. Mammoth. By the time Mammoth and Craig Johnston got to me that night, I was extremely intoxicated. I mean, extremely intoxicated. They got to me late. They were supposed to do the interviews earlier in the day, and they did not. And so they both of them was like, "Hey, you ready for the interview?" Of course, because I want to get the interview. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I was shit-faced as hell. It's my only day off, so that's what led to that. Brett Hikes then goes in and says, it's all good, JB. Everyone lets loose a little. It's just like two friends hanging out. I don't mind the look. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. And that's exactly what it was, man. Trust me, if you thought that was shit-faced, you should have seen me and Mammoth when we hung out on the trail. It was good times. All right, now CJ done came in here. And CJ says, you two guys were a hoot to watch. I can see you two really had a bond on the trail. I enjoyed watching. Thanks for the video, JB. JT from Oregon. Thank you for watching, CJ. Or JT. I know that's your name, but I'm looking at your screen name. I appreciate it, man. Then we got MEC Calgo. I don't know how to fucking say your name, bro. He said, you have a good type of I love you, man, kind of drunk. Great interview. Thank you. And that's the thing. And that's exactly right. See, everybody knows I love to drink, and they just assume because I'm a violent person that I'm violent when I drink, and I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm actually more of a nice guy when I drink. Whereas right now when I'm sober, when I'm thinking about busting that motherfucker Tom Hanley's face open. But all right, moving on. Nice American then goes on to say, nice to see an interview with someone not online already. And I agree with that, Early. I think you're exactly right. It was good because he doesn't have any online content. So and I keep telling, because he recorded the whole trail. Mammoth recorded the whole fucking thing. I keep telling him, put that shit online, man. What the hell you doing? The third interview with to bash the dude. So we don't have any comments there, oddly enough. Now we go to the KV video, which was just released. Step Elementary with me, or KV, or any of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the truth. All right, Loner commented just an hour ago, said, best intro ever. Can't wait to see what you two get into next year. I know that's right. KV just looks like a mountain man. He does. I try to shave a little bit when I get home. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I still grow my shit, but I can't. You saw how long I kept it this time. Love the story about the fake fall. That's what makes you guys a great team. That's exactly right. You know, it's one of the challenges we're going to give you guys this year. We'd like to see if you can guess which skits are real, which skits aren't. Because, trust me, we're discussing it daily. We're going to give y'all a lot of fun shit to look at. No doubt about it. So with all that being said, guys, we went over everything. So I guess we can just I can check and see if anybody has any. I'm going to look at this thing. If anybody's got anything else to say, feel free to do so. Go up here. A few people watching here. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a chance. Either way. So I'm not going to elaborate too much. I got too many of these other streams to do. But I thank you guys all once again for being here, man. Fun Friday. You know, when it comes to Fun Friday, it's just about letting loose, man. No script, no fucking title, no topic, no nothing. You guys are all, and you know what? I'll tell you what. I think we need to do something a little extra on Fun Friday. So I'll tell you what. If any of you guys want to sit and talk on Fun Friday, shoot me an email with your Skype, man. Well, I'll pull you up on the screen and we can just sit here and bullshit after we do the important part, if that makes sense. So that's up to you guys, though, man. If you guys want to get it in, we'll do it. So keep that in mind for next Friday, including you. In fact, any of you trolls, if you're willing to show your face on camera, feel free to email me as well. thejbgunner@gmail.com. I want to give another shout out to all my Patreons, all my people that's helping fund and support these projects through PayPal. I appreciate all of you. As you guys know, I'm not doing the whole Google AdSense this time. I said, fuck it. I don't care if they shut me down. Don't shut me down. I don't give a shit because I have other options. So, anyways, with all that being said, you guys have a good Friday night. Appreciate you stopping in here. Go get you guys some pussy or something, man. It's getting late. Why the hell are you watching me on Friday night? Go get some pussy. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and play the outro for you, motherfucker.
Bye, bitches.